back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. It is Friday, August the 14th. Yeah, that's right. At 5:24 in the morning. How are you doing? So again, if you're watching this on the video and not hearing me on a streaming audio platform, I'm wearing my gi. I'm on my way to the jiu-jitsu and about to have a great day. You know, with the monotony of doing nothing every single day, I actually decided to take off a few days of work, vacation. I got tons of days I don't ever go anywhere, especially during a damn pandemic. So I decided to take Friday and Monday off. Thing is, I don't got a place to go. It's kind of ironic. It's like how gasoline is at an all-time low, but you don't have a place to go. So what does that mean? I think after a while, you go to Target so many times until you tell yourself, I think I'm going to go to Walmart. You know what I mean? Besides grocery shopping where I get my gasoline, I'm not doing much, which makes me think of this one very important thing that I made up. It actually sounds like it came from a damn Hallmark card or something like that. But it's this: diversity is the spice of life. And it's true. Life, in all honesty, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the diversity of your day is part of what makes life what it is, right? And right now, this whole damn Corona thing, not being a downer, just saying, people are either not working and not doing anything for fun, or they are working, they're not getting in debt. Thankful for that, such as myself. However, go from working to working. You know, you don't really get to add any diversity to your day, which is really problematic. So it is on you, the individual, to find a way to add diversity, because what you don't want is any stressors on your marriage, on your relationship, on your personal life, on your health, or anything like that. So yeah, diversity is definitely the spice of life. But I really do feel like I'm living every single day over and over again, and it's basically, it's like I feel like I'm like caught in a loop, you know, where Monday through Friday I know exactly what to expect, minus some small changes, but those small things are so big and so important. Getting better at jiu-jitsu, always. Okay, getting better at comedy, always. And that's it. You know, I'm still working out, I'm still doing stuff, but I'm not having date night. I'm not going out on dates with me and the missus. I used to go out to a gym. Well, most gyms don't open now until I would generally begin working. So don't go to a gym anymore. But I do push-ups, and I do dip rings and pull-ups. And I can be honest with you, I'm in better shape physically than I've ever been. Now I know that sort of sounds weird. Just notice the camera's a little crooked. Fix it. Did I go from not fixing it to not fixing it? It's a little better. Anyway, I used to do a lot more like powerlifting style stuff, but when this whole Corona thing started and everything, I started just doing calisthenics, like body weight, like gymnast style type activities. And they say the higher reps that you can do in something, it translates not to size. You're only going to get size if you eat a whole lot. That's the only way you're going to keep that heavy weight. You're not just going to be heavier and not eat more. You can get stronger and stronger and faster, but not ever gain weight. Those are two separate things. The weight comes from the food, from the proteins. So anyway, this isn't a exercise show, but I'm just getting that across. But I'm healthier now than ever before, because what they say is if you can do after a certain amount of repetitions, when you're doing like muscle type exercises and activities, it actually crosses over into the strength field. So let's just say hypothetically you could do 100 push-ups in a row, okay, and then you can get more and more and more and more and more after that in a row. I mean, like all at once. That'll translate over to the strength, right? If you only just do like a certain amount, then you're done. It's not going to do anything. Is it healthy? Yeah, you're maintaining health. But anyway, so I believe that the repetition and high repetitions that I'm doing now for all my exercises is such a high number that my lower repetition, high weight exercises would definitely be there. So anyway, and it's cool working with your own body weight too. I used to go heavy and like work with like really heavy weights and squats, front squats, bench, machines, flies, everything. But I really just wanted stuff that was going to help me in my body movements and everything. So I got kettlebells, which are awesome. Yeah, so I pretty much just do calisthenics now. But anyway, mentioning diversity, I have a bow, a compound bow, and I love shooting it. It's relaxing. It's an exercise. You have to focus. It's something you have to do. You have to really focus on and stuff. And it is so much damn fun. And I haven't done it. I haven't done it for a while. I try to have everything regimented, including my fun. And that may sound like it's silly, but the thing is, you literally, especially now more than ever, have to carve out in your schedule, if you already have a schedule, or if you don't, make one, fun. Because otherwise, you got to get out of your house. And using the compound bow and throwing some arrows down a field into a target block, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. Archery has been out for thousands and thousands of years. So to take part in something and to get to work on a skill that you can reuse the bullets, so to speak, because they're arrows, it's awesome. It's definitely one of the best things that you can do for fun, in my opinion. I guarantee you, if people had tried archery, they'd start to get into it, because it's just, it's like kind of like you're throwing darts, but a lot more lethal and from a lot further away. So yeah, but I haven't done it in a few months or whatever, and I hate that. But I'm going to be doing it. If not today, I will definitely do it tomorrow, because it's healthy to get out of the house. I've been spending way too much hours and minutes inside the house. And I love, and I look forward more than anything to go out to do comedy and jiu-jitsu, but comedy is not going on right now. And I love jiu-jitsu. So that's what I'm really, really, it's so much fun. It really is. I really believe in a lot of ways. It's as far as jiu-jitsu goes and whatnot. In my opinion, it's like you're on a road to self-mastery. And what I mean by that is it's a discipline. It's a martial arts, but regardless of what your weight and body is and technique, everybody can be the best version of themselves and do it all completely different ways. And I've found ways that work for me. I still know there's areas that I'm not working on now, because I'm working on other areas first. But once I close up those holes, I'm really looking forward to having everything everything to the point, skill set wise, to where I can just flow and continue to work on those exact movements. This way I can focus on less and get better, and get like a lot more better. I know more better isn't correct grammar, but still, because I'd rather focus more on less and get better at all of that than focus on more things to get better on and be less good at all of them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that made sense. Yeah, you know, the world is on fire right now, metaphorically, of course. The other day I saw that there was a press release by the Seattle some Seattle newspaper or whatever, something, and it basically said that the Seattle Police Department, the Seattle City Council is going to be defunding their police. When I hear stuff like that, I don't even really have anything to say. It's like, what the hell are you thinking, bro? Like, for real? You know, what's so crazy about all of this is that New York, they said crime has gone up 175%. Hundreds of thousands of people have moved out of New York City. And even the governor himself said if more of the 1%, the 1% is like the wealthiest of the wealthy of that state. New York is basically made, and I love New York, I'm not talking trash about it, I'm just being honest. The way New York and California and certain Democratic, not hating on Democrat, I'm just saying that that's just structurally the tax structure for a Democratic run state is that it pretty much functions based off of the high taxes of the wealthy. All right. Now you could say, oh, that's for all states. That's true, but it's not. It's true to a degree on the federal side, but on the state side, like Texas doesn't have any state income tax. So, I mean, it's still a self-efficient running state, just like several other states. But you don't have to have state income tax. So anyway, but the state income tax is so high in all these Democratic states, and they do that to give a lot of socialist, being honest, not being political, all right? I'm just saying, that's just how the tax structure works. A lot of like socialist style tax breaks and stuff like that for the lower income. Now, with that being mentioned, communism, I'm not comparing democracy or the Democratic Party to communism, but communism in general only works if the upper 1%, if the wealthy of the wealthy are also part of that system. Because when you have any tax structure system that only operates based off of the wealthy people, they're going to have to pay taxes federal wherever they go, but the state doesn't get a portion of that. So the point is, all these extra programs and benefits that are given to people that choose, I don't mean temporary, I mean permanent, that are created to have like a lower income lifestyle, be a prosperous lifestyle. I don't just mean surviving, I mean thriving, I mean getting paid. There's a lot of ways that you can actually get paid more by not working in a lot of different states, based off of how many people you have living in your house, collecting unemployment, all sorts of benefits. I get that. These are all, everybody knows these are all ways that are supposed to be temporary to get you out of a bind. Maybe it is long term, but regardless, there's ways of taking advantage of that in an improper way. And you can still get taxes and unemployment and stuff like that without fraud, waste, abuse. Long story short, places like Seattle and California and stuff, the governor of New York said that if the 1% of New York moves, the whole state will essentially collapse. And the reason why is because they can only afford to pay their constituents all of the extra, not health care, not welfare, but social benefits. Okay? If you live in the state of California, part of the reason your taxes are so high, it's at 54%. It means that every dollar that you make, okay, you only get 46 cents. That's what they said recently. It was up to like 54% or something. I didn't check it out, but whatever. So you got to work. You got to get more than $2 just to make one after taxes. But yeah. So what I was saying is that as far as all these states go and whatnot, they basically said that all their extra programs and giving money to this and giving money to that, which doesn't even go directly to the people, and it goes to a lot of social welfare programs, which are completely debatable, but have nothing to do with like a healthy lifestyle living. They're just they're fun benefits, basically. And I'm being very vague without getting into too much detail. It would all essentially collapse without that 1%. So with that being mentioned, it would only collapse because the majority of the people that use that wouldn't have a way to survive, because they depend so much on that upper 1%. If there's a bump in the night, something crazy happens, and you have to call the police, and you don't have a police to call, what do? Call Tom? You know Tom, your random neighbor, your friend. You need the police. It's ridiculous. Even black people, for the whole Black Lives Matter movement, it's so stupid, because Black Lives Matter is two things. It's a movement, but it's also an organization. The organization, in all honesty, like it, don't like it, or hate it, the organization itself actually they hijacked a great name, so people are getting it twisted when they're saying Black Lives Matter, because indirectly they're talking about the organization, but frequently they're talking about the movement. That's like saying if I said hating random people is bad, and you agreed with that, but that's also what I named a company that supports violence that promotes violence to hit people. Now, I'm not saying that Black Lives Matter organization is promoting violence, but what I am saying is there are two different things, and it's the perfect name, because apparently they have all sorts of things that when they had this video where they went in like some populated cities, and they told some of the they targeted black people, and they were asking them if they support this, and this, and almost every single one of them in a row at random, and like, you know, in the streets, didn't support it left and right, and they were saying that's all part of what the organization is. So if you want to check it out, but they got some really, really horrible stuff. My point is this: black people don't want, I know you can probably catch some people that say they want it, but no people, doesn't matter what color or what anything, people don't want the police to be taken away. But I feel like there's such a small minority percentage that do want it, that have microphones and have a voice and have a platform. And not just that, when freaking celebrities jump in on and crap, they're actually starting to make it more unsafe for everybody else that does want it. It's a crazy, crazy day and age. Politics, for example, as far as what I was to say is, it's a crazy day and age when the minority voice of an opinion, not minority as in a race, relax, shit, but yeah, a minority opinion can get the majority of the decision done. That's like saying if you had a presidential election, 90% of the country voted for one guy and only 10% voted the other, And that 10%, if it was law that, well, the minority, which was that 10%, didn't get their way, so we're going to just give it to the minority. There's no voting in this. You know, the city council arbitrarily voted amongst themselves. You know, like a town hall or something like that. They don't necessarily, it's not like a voting system. You know, so if all of the wealthy and all the businesses and all that stuff start to leave, that means there's less jobs, there's less hotels, there's less rooms and everything. Do this. I am at where I'm at right now to go do what I'm about to do. I know it sounds really vague and whatever, but I'm just going to go with it. Get out of your house. Do something fun. Call a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Do something. Add diversity to your life. I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I'm Benja Welldone. About to add some diversity to mine. Check me out. Peace.